good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining. We have been covering the fundamentals of yoga in our body. In our body, 37 trillion cells are there. 37 trillion cells must learn to coexist in harmony with each other. They must learn to communicate with each other and transfer the energy, information amongst them. When they are living in harmony, 37 trillion cells are communicating with each other, living in harmony, body is in harmony. Good harmony is there in the body. All the cells in the body are communicating with each other. And in this world, there are more than 7 billion people and millions of species are there. We also, like in this body, we cells are living in harmony. For the health of the body, we must learn to live in harmony with others, the species, other species and other beings. Other species also are the stakeholders of this planet Earth. We are not the only custodian of this earth. Humans are not the only one custodian. And amongst the humans, I should not think only that I am the custodian. We must learn to live in harmony with other humans as well as other species. The species, when it happens, there is a peace in the world. This body is called as a microcosm. The universe is called as a macrocosm. This microcosm, what is happening in the microcosm, it will reflect onto the macrocosm. If you consider yourself as a microcosm, you are a part of you are a limb of the macrocosm. You are a limb of a macrocosm. You are a microcosm full by yourself. But when it comes in thinking from the macrocosm level, you are nothing but one limb. Like if I injure my toe, my whole body bends down to support my toe. My toe is hurting. My whole body suffers if my small toe is injured. And so is, if this microcosm is not in harmony, it will affect the harmony of the whole macrocosm. We are not separate. We are part of the whole equation. Whole equation, we must understand this microcosm. It is nothing but a part of the macrocosm. When you understand that one, you are not isolated. You feel a part of the game. Your presence is important for the game of this whole universe. Not to say I am irrelevant. You have to be part of that one. And to exist in harmony, I should here in the garden, if you have the garden, you should pick out the weeds from the lawn to protect the garden. Ahimsa, harmony, doesn't mean you become a doormat, people walk over you. Ahimsa doesn't mean you become very passive in your life. Ahimsa, like a garden, to protect the garden, you have to pluck the weeds out. That is ahimsa. In the body, if there is a cancerous cell, for the protection of the body, you should take out the cancerous cells from the body. That is ahimsa. And for the police, if to protect the society, taking out, isolating the antisocial elements from the society is ahimsa. In the courtroom, the judge punishing it's one who is not following the rules, it is ahimsa. Ahimsa doesn't mean you become a doormat. You should be able to stand up for the higher cause. That is called as ahimsa. And ahimsa, what is himsa? If I am living for myself, it is nothing but a himsa. Himsa for myself. If I am eating flesh, meat for my own pleasure at the expense of suffering of other animals, it is called as himsa. If I am living, wasting the resources, natural resources recklessly, it is called as himsa. If I am wasting water, in the brushing the teeth also, we turn on the tap and let it run, it is again a himsa. If I am dumping the waste recklessly onto the ground and polluting the soil, that is called as a himsa. It is a himsa. If I am bombing the places in the name of Russia and Ukraine, they have forgotten this Mother Earth. It has to be protected. Recklessly bombing the places, that is himsa. And killing people in the name of religion, it is again a himsa. Ahimsa, Mahabharata says, Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa is the highest of the virtues. Those who are established in Ahimsa, Mahabharata says, they are established in all dharmas. Mahabharata war, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna conveyed the message of Bhagavad Gita and told Arjuna to abide by Ahimsa. War, you are fighting the war, but you have to abide by the Ahimsa. He talked about you have to abide. Abide, Ahimsa. Ahimsa means you are doing your duty, not an act of as a revenge or out of anger. That is not Ahimsa. You are doing the job. You are doing, as I gave an example of a police or in the gardener or in the courtroom. What you are doing, that is as per to protect the wider community, or a doctor taking off the cancerous cells from the body, that is called as Ahimsa. Ahimsa is such a big foot, the elephant foot. Mahabharata says, Gajapatha, one who is established in Ahimsa like elephant foot. It encompasses giraffe foot, camel foot, tiger foot, lion foot, so big. So is one who is established in Ahimsa, is established in all dharmas. And Ahimsa, in Bhagavad Gita, he talks about Ahimsa can dawn only when one starts seeing the same Lord who pervades everywhere. He is there in me also, not only in me. He pervades everywhere. One who sees the Lord everywhere, he or she cannot be a violent person any longer, because that person is seeing the same Lord everywhere, and that person starts abiding in Ahimsa. Vitaragabaya krodha manmaya mamupashrita bahavo jnana tapasa puta madbhava magata. Bhagavad Gita in the 4th chapter, Lord, he talks about without any selfish motive, bhaya, without any fear, one who is without any anger, one who seeks the Lord, mamupashrita bahavo jnana tapasa. After many people have attained the Lord by establishing through themselves through Ahimsa. By establishing in Ahimsa, many people have attained. And in Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about one who abides by Ahimsa, what will happen. Ahimsa pratishtayam tat sannido vairatyagaha. One who has established in Ahimsa, in his or her presence, around that person, there is no longer any animosity. People become very calm and gentle, very calm and serene. To give a reference to this shloka, Gautama Buddha he was walking in the forest. There was a dacoit called as Angulimala. Angulimala, he had a necklace made up of 99 thumbs. He used to kill people and take their thumb and make a necklace. He had 99 thumbs, and he was 99 or 999, and he was looking for one more person to make it 1,000 or 100. And he saw Gautama Buddha coming, but looking at his face, so much of glow, so much of radiance, so much of peace is there in in his face. He did not want to kill that person. He told Gautama Buddha not to step any step forward. If you come any closer, I will kill you. Don't come any closer. But Gautama Buddha walked towards him. When he came near him, this person, this dacoit, Angulimala, this Anguli means thumb, one who has a thumb as a garland, he could not contain himself and fell flat at the feet of Gautama Buddha. So much of peace is there, so much of serenity is there. He fell flat. And then after that, Angulimala said, "Why did you come close to me? Though I warned you." Gautama Buddha said, "Deep in you, so much of anger is buried. So much of anger, and it has gone deep into you. It is expressing itself as a violence." And he told, "I have come close to you to destroy the anger hidden deep within you." This Angulimala said, "You killed the anger, violence in me without using a sword. With your mere presence, you killed the violence and anger in me." The Ahimsa says, one who is established in Ahimsa, around that person there is a serenity and calmness. Ahimsa is a need of the day for the peace of this world. World is going through a very tough time, and world is in crossroads. Ahimsa is not exclusive for chosen few. Only few people have to abide by Ahimsa. Everyone must abide by Ahimsa for the sustainability of the world. Otherwise, this world won't be sustainable. Become so violent. I don't know whom I am killing. I don't know where I am bombing. I don't know what weapon I am throwing, who I am destroying. To protect the humanity, to protect the world, to protect the species, and to give a world in a better form to our next generation, while the Ahimsa must be an integral part of everyone. We'll touch upon another dimension of Ahimsa in the next class. Lie down on your back.